Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Married to Medicine, Season 11. This is the season finale. If I had to rate this, I would rate it, this could have been an email. We really didn't need this. We could have just jumped straight to the reunion. That's what I would rate it. But here we are. As much as it was a struggle for me to keep my eyes open, I got through it so we can just finish this thing on out before we get to the reunion. I'm sorry if you hear my heat kicking and blowing in the back. It don't make no sense for me to turn it off because, I only got but so many notes. Okay. Listen, I won't be before you long, but please like the video. Check out my other content. I'll make a playlist for this season in case you missed any of my reviews. So Toya is planning her and Eugene's anniversary party. I said Toya want a whole lot for $25,000. Lord have mercy. I mean, the horse, carriages, the food, they're gonna eat that 25 up right there. The event space, or is this not including the event space and like everything else? Like what's included in this budget? Because she was rambling off a bunch of stuff, and what 25,000 would get you 10 years ago, it won't get you today. It just won't. But people, they make something shake, okay? Excuse me. My allergies, okay? So Sweet Tea and Dr. Greg go out to eat, and he called her his angel, and she was like, my king, you're my only king that I ever. And he was like, don't do that. Stop right there. Don't do that. Letitia, read the room. Like, why? Like, it wasn't necessary. And it's like Quad and King lives rent-free in both of y'all heads. If Quad and King is no longer a factor, what will the Lunsfords even talk about? T got Gregory off of bringing up Quad. It's obsessed. Single black female, if you will. So G feels hurt by the group. Sir, you did some BANSHI. Okay? You did some BAN-ish. Okay? No one is there's always gonna be somebody putting a cape on. But for the most part, they can be cool with you and not agree with everything you do. And that was corny. T also feels isolated, and I just said, time's up. Let's wrap this up in a nice little bow and move on. The Lunsfords are gone. They served their purpose. They're done. So everyone's getting ready for the party, and Toya thought this was based off a true story. Eugene was like, it's fake. Didn't Toya go to school to be a teacher? Because the way he was trying to sun her, like, oh, she wasn't paying attention to history class. Like, where did she go? Didn't she go to school to teach? I don't know if she ever taught anything, but she went to school for it. The show may be fake, but I feel like some of the elements are probably real. We'll never know because none of us were there. But anywho, Toya's going to allocate, or she's going to allot 1 hour for the Lunsfords so they can, have an hors d'oeuvre or two, and then they got to get going, and Quad and King get to enjoy the rest of the party, which is a couple hours. Then we get to Georgetown. Clearly, Simone didn't get the memo. I don't know if she was going to a prom in the 80s. Everyone else was kind of at least attempting to be within the theme, and then Simone. I don't know. Simone is like giving Contessa a run for her money as far as worst dress is concerned. And it wasn't even like she looked, awful. It was just, girl, it don't make sense. Like, what do you have on? A Pepto-Bismol prom gown from 1985 is just not a part of the theme. Or is it just me? I was cracking up when Toya said some people thought they was going to a quinceañera and they started playing the music. I think Dr. Mimi was the best dressed as far as theme wise, and Contessa, she looked nice as well. But and Toya was kind of dry. I don't know. I thought she was gonna do like a costume change. Like that silk number she put on was kind of bland for it to be their party. Like I thought she was gonna pull out all the stops. But anyway, T decided to throw some 1800 shade and wrote a pamphlet for the entire party to read. Mind you, this is Toya and Eugene's anniversary party, and it's not about Sweet Tea or none of that. Like, girl, what were you thinking? Like, do you want to be on the show or not? Because it seems like you're doing everything in your power to get off of here. So Greg told the guys that he's gonna let them handle the beef that he has with King. I guess he want to wait and see what they're gonna do. Like, are they gonna have his back? But sir, it's hard to defend the moves you make. And let's be real. Everybody's like, those are Gregory's friends. Those are not friends. They are castmates at best. Half the guys said they don't even talk to Greg like that. And the people he was talking to, like Dr. Damon, don't fool with him no more. So, I mean, they're not friends. They're castmates, and everybody's going to do what's best for the show. So, after T threw her shade, she said she wanted to stay at the party. But being as though her husband pressed charges or at least threatened to or started the process and then stopped it, I don't know, child. Either way, he took it too far, and so they must go. And Tessa still wants everyone to stay. Conehead, please. You get on my nerves because I just wish everybody could stay and just put their pride aside. And girl, the police got involved. That ship has sailed. As a matter of fact, you can go with the Lunsfords since you won't hush. Now the Lunsfords are saying, time away from the group may be good and they can focus on having a baby. Y'all think they're going to have that baby? If they don't have that baby, how long do you think it will take before the Lunsfords get divorced? Drop down in the comments. Let me know. Not that I'm wishing it on anyone. I'm just, just speculating and guessing. But anyway, it don't seem like they have much of a choice as far as the so-called break goes. It seems like they don't really have much say-so in this. Because I know Sweet Tea don't want to give up this check and had to deal with that husband of hers alone, camera-free. So Quad, Heavenly, Damon, and King arrive. Toya tells King how happy she is to have him there. It seemed like the choice has been made. But then King was talking to the fellas, that it's always the guys and the ladies. And he said that he's open to speaking to Greg. Quad is not at all interested. She's not having it. She don't have no desire to. She's the one who went through the most trauma with him because they both were, doing some DB stuff to each other that wasn't right. And I could see why Quad don't want to be bothered in that. She said the past is the past. I'm worried about my current and my future, okay? That's over with. I don't need to talk to nobody. I just didn't like that the ladies, like mostly Toya and Contessa, kept pressing her. Like, she's not interested. Let it go. And she was like, look, because Toya's like, I don't like that we feel like we got to choose. And, Quad was like, look, if somebody got to go, let it be me then. If it's that hard, because I asked y'all to pick the side of right. And if picking the side of right is that difficult, then pick somebody else to do. Period. But they need to be real. I look at it twofold. I keep saying Quad did not have no storyline. She didn't have anything going on. Okay, she tried to pull in her nephew that one time. It wasn't hitting on nothing. She ain't had nothing going on. She ain't had no man on the show, nothing happening. They had to do something. So this did give her a storyline. Now that purpose has been served and Quad has a man now, the Lunsfords can go. Like, outside of what they have going on with Quad, they don't really bring anything to the show. So they can go. They all serve their purpose. They got a little coinage, some exposure. They should have been doing more with that platform that they were on. I mean, I see T is trying to build up some spices and seasonings, but using Quad's name for one of her businesses on your seasonings is kind of weird. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I hope they take this opportunity and really work on something outside of this. So, taking Tessa with y'all if she won't be quiet about everybody getting together because she's getting on my nerves. But yeah, somebody got to go. It's not going to be Quad. They tried to get rid of Quad. It didn't work. It's not going to be Quad. And everybody already said, oh, if it was me, don't be putting me in that situation. I wouldn't want to be, I went with my ex on there. But why do y'all keep trying to force this on Quad? Enough is enough. Like, I get that y'all don't like her like that. But enough is enough. Seriously. She paid her dues. Whatever. Y'all got y'all get back. Like, it's done. Greg needs to go. And I think that they would have been tolerating each other had he not, went to the extreme. But once he got the law involved, it's done. There's some things you just can't get back from. So then they all end up dancing towards the end. And, Eugene gave a nice speech. Toya said some nice, thoughtful words in the confessional. And he tried to say something back, and she ruined the moment like she always do. But he know how to handle her now. He used to her mouth. They've been together 18 years in total. So, It is what it is. But y'all ready for this reunion? We could talk about, best dress and everything when we get there next week. In the meantime, in between time, I'm sorry it's so short. It's just I did the best with what I got. Okay. Be sure to like the video. Check out my other content. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.